On the 31st of August 2021, Dr. Simon Harry was appointed Statistician-General of the Federation and the CEO of the National Bureau of Statistics. This was the beginning of a journey of resuscitation, a journey of rejuvenation, a journey of consolidation, and a journey of hope. This was the birth of a brand new National Bureau of Statistics.
I was appointed by Mr. President on the 31st of August 2021 to oversee the affairs of staff production and management in Nigeria. And indeed, in doing so, my focus will be to ensure that I build up an organization that is dynamic and responsive to statistical issues in Nigeria.
In his maiden address to the staff of the Bureau, Dr. Harry promised a three-pronged approach to revitalizing and rejuvenating the institution in order to position it as a top statistical office in Africa and the world. This three-point agenda has caused the Bureau to gradually evolve over the months. First in the three-point agenda is the improvement of general administration and human resource management. Values like discipline, punctuality, consistency, and regularity are now seen in the Bureau. This is the staff car park at 9 a.m. on a Friday. It is packed full with barely any parking space left. This was not the norm before, as there was generally a low turnout of staff to work, especially at the end of the work week. Staff of the Bureau testified to increased motivation, a sense of belonging and pride in the organization since the changes began.
There will be improvement in staff attendance and punctuality at work. If you look outside now, you never had this kind of people in the office at the same time.
Basically, when you come here now, you see people happy coming to work. There's this zealousness, this consciousness for members of staff to be committed to their job. Everybody wants to be seen as belonging to the new order of the day. People dress properly. People are more on their seats. You go around, you find that people on their seats. And this has also taken place because most of the facilities they need to work has been provided.
Before now, by 3:30, you hardly see people in the Bureau. But as I'm speaking to you now, 8 o'clock, people are still in the office.
You could see that there are more people getting involved in what is going on in MBS, more opportunities. The people you don't expect, like, used to get to do some work before you. Right now, you find them getting the opportunities to work.
There has been an improvement in staff welfare. Promotion is given when due. Incentives are given to all staff. Awards given to deserving officers, and the sick bay is fully stocked with drugs. Project vehicles have been provided and plans are underway to fully open the staff canteen and provide staff buses.
The December end of the year party was a very good one, fantastic one. The award that was given to best staff motivated staff to want to work harder and want to put in their best because they know that it will be rewarded at the end of the year.
Like what happened in December last year, people were smiling, people were happy going back home, incentives were provided, and people were happy, looking forward to a better new year.
The Bureau has been completely restructured in conformity with modern public office. 16 departments have been created as opposed to the previous 8. This has created room for career growth and development within the organization.
So the new restructured MBS, I think it's very interesting to see the changes that have taken place over the last couple of months, particularly with regards to the restructuring. So the new departments that have been created, there's now space for people to come up the ranks express themselves, to show their skills, their talents, so I think it helps with staff motivation. So you can see that a lot of the younger staff are now getting more opportunities to express themselves, to show to show their knowledge and the sort of skills they have, and to contribute to the work of the office.
We know how many departments we have in the Bureau before he came in, opening the space to 16 departments. So many directors have come up now. If the space is not open, there won't be that opportunity.
This restructuring is well placed to ensure that, one, we deliver on our mandate effectively as much as possible, and we also have room for our staff to get promoted as at when due.
Regular trainings are now being conducted to improve technical capacity across the organization. Even the training schools are not left out of the change that is sweeping through the Bureau.
I was trained on how to do infographics. I was trained on different packages for visualization.
We have conducted training for our various categories of staff on infographics, on statistical matters, just to improve the capability of the staff.
We've been carrying out some training programs with a view to ensuring that the staff of the Bureau are well strengthened in terms of capacity.
Monthly and quarterly directorate and management meetings have resumed. Secondly, the Bureau has experienced significant changes in infrastructural development. In the past, various departments relied on private generators to perform their departmental functions. This is no longer the case, as the office complex now has constant electricity distribution, with 2 industrial standard generators to augment electricity supply.
Most times we carry our laptop home to go and work in the hotel or at home, and you hear the sounds of generator everywhere. But recently, people even want to come to work because there's always light in the office, the internet is on, the ACs are working. The environment is beautiful. It's very conducive. The ambience is very good.
With the appointment of the new Statistician-General, he sees that area as a point of interest. He decided to make it a mandate that there must be light, no matter what it costs. As I'm speaking to you now, he has purchased a new generator, 500 kVA, that the Bureau will be using. He doesn't want light to blink for 1 second in this Bureau.
Electricity goes off, we have our standby generator that comes off almost immediately.
Nobody is using his private generator, and we're having a light 24 hours. See, I don't even feel like going home now. But in the past, if it is 4 p.m., I will take my vehicle and begin to go home because of light issue.
Office spaces are now well equipped with modern furniture. The conveniences have been totally revamped and the elevators are now functional. Returning visitors are amazed by the changes over such a short time.
For past 10 years or 15 years, the environment was so bad that people are beginning to doubt that is this where the data is coming out from. A lot of changes has happened, and I can testify to that personally using my office as an example.
The upliftment of the infrastructure and facility that we have is unprecedented. We have not witnessed this kind of massive improvement in our offices, in our environment, in our toilets, in our library, almost everywhere that we accommodate or where we use in the office has witnessed a lot of improvement.
The building has taken another shape altogether. The furniture All the other things, the AC, the toilets, they are all working perfectly. Unlike before, when people queue up to go and use themselves and quarrel over spaces. Now, what people do, sometimes they forget that closing time has come and they prefer to stay on. Because outside this place, it seems we are going to suffer.
The restrooms are looking really, really nice now. Even our staircase, wall is looking very nice.
Even the FCT state office had no office. Its staff has just been roaming within the national headquarters premises. By the speed of pragmatism of the SG, he was able to get them fixed. How? A new office was rented, put in place, fit for staff to go in. They've moved in, and the staff are happy.
We have proposal to have our sick bay upgraded to a standard clinic for a good healthcare delivery for the staff. The model is here and submitted for SD's approval, and very soon the work will commence. We are moving the sick bay from the main building here to a space at the back there that we can have a very standard clinic to serve and give the staff a good healthcare delivery.
We've been so focused on ensuring that we revamp the infrastructure of the organization, and that is why today the office is having a new facelift.
Every day work is going on, and it's about improvement in the facility that we have.
Finally, the Bureau has made significant strides in the area of technical operations. There has been a total review of departmental functions. Considerable efforts have been made to review various frameworks and methodologies.
We have already started the roadmap of rebasing Nigeria GDP with the merger statistical operation compiled or conducted.
We have put in place a program that will ensure that the gross domestic product is reviewed. And so we are working on rebasing the gross domestic product, that's the GDP, which towards the end of this year, the process will begin in earnest. Although so far we have begun with some preliminary stakeholder activities in the area of conduct of surveys, such as the National Business Sample Census that we have already completed. Again, also, we are currently working to embark on the conduct of the National Agricultural Sample Census, and as well as the Nigeria Living Standard Survey. These are key surveys that will form the benchmark for rebasing the GDP. Also, we are working to rebase the Consumer Price Index. The last time the Consumer Price Index was rebased was 2010, with a baseline of 2009, and so that is obsolete. By the United Nations prescription, both the GDP and the CPI are supposed to be rebased after every 5 years. And so Nigeria is already late in rebasing these two major macroeconomic indicators. Also, we are working on reviewing the methodology for computing the unemployment rate for us to be able to produce unemployment that will be in conformity with the peculiarity of Nigeria as a nation. Again, also the methodology of computing the trade statistics has been reviewed. And so we're working assiduously in collaboration with the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Nigeria Customs Service to ensure that the trade statistics methodology is reviewed.
In an effort to contribute to the achievement of the National Development Plan and the Sustainable Development Goals, the Bureau has designed a 4-year corporate strategy with 7 priority areas and a detailed implementation plan. This corporate strategy aligns with the National Development Plan and the Sustainable Development Goals and positions the Bureau as a key contributor to decision-making and policy formulation in Nigeria.
The strategic roadmap is what we call MBS Corporate Strategy 2022 to 2025 that is being mainstreamed into the National Midterm Development Plan of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Our annual work program is drawn from the 4-year corporate strategy, and the essence of designing the corporate strategy is to enable us as the National Statistics Office of the Federal Republic of Nigeria produce data that will be used for the implementation of the National Development Plan, and as well as monitoring and tracking progress being made in achieving the Sustainable Development Goal. Indeed, we also have a responsibility of producing data that will be used for tracking and monitoring of the implementation of Africa Agenda 2063.
There is now an emphasis on collaborations with relevant agencies and effective coordination of statistical activities in Nigeria.
We have put in place an economic intelligence unit that will help us to be carrying out some further analysis with a view to adding value to the data produced within the National Bureau of Statistics and indeed the Nigerian Statistical System in general. And so the Economic Intelligence Unit shall be focusing on key thematic areas in carrying out its analysis so that users of statistics will see reasons why they should be using statistics at all the time. Also, the organization of duty ensure that our website is user-friendly, and so immediately we have to redesign our web portal so that users of statistics will have easy access to all the data sets that they need to use for our policy decision-making process.
The National Bureau of Statistics has evolved into a modern organization with the tremendous strides that have been made in such a short time. It is evident that the Bureau will in no distant time become the top national statistical office in Africa and the world.
Our target, and as designed in the corporate strategy, is to place in the next 2 to 3 years Nigeria on the world data map, so that as a statistical agency, the MBS will become the best statistical institution within the African continent, and indeed competing favorably with the best in the world.
I'm very excited to see what's going on.
I think it's a new dawn in the office.